All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel, guys, and we have another knife from my buddy Lefty EDC to show you. So thanks, Kev, for sending this one along as well, guys. If you're not subscribed to Lefty EDC, go check him out. But first, let's say hello to Ren and Stippy at Powder Toast Man Log TV and Choo Choo and get started on the KnivesFAST channel. Guys, I hope you're enjoying the channel. Let me know. If there's anything you'd like to see or anything like that, having a lot of fun with you guys, and make sure you join us for a live stream on Monday nights at 7:45 Eastern. So this is the Bestech Tonic. This is designed by Kevin's business partner in Devo Knives, Colin Masonpierre, CM Knife Design. Colin has been doing, you guys know him for the Kubi Royale, whatever. You know him for other knives he's done, and now you're going to know him, or you probably already do, from the Bestech Tonic. Now, before I get into this knife, I want to do something. Well, first of all, I want to say this is a stunning looking knife. This reminds me of some of the like Eric Oakes knives I've had in, as far as the fit and finish and the contoured scales and the titanium clip and the pivot collar and everything. This is just a stunning looking knife. But I want to talk a little bit about lockbacks and why this knife is significant. Now, I am not brilliant like Colin, but Colin came up with this system in here, and I forget what it's called, but there's a ceramic. I should have asked him before I started doing the video, but back here where the tang meets the back spring, and it's a lockback, so it operates with a back spring. When you open the knife, you can see the spring pops up, and there's tension on the blade as it opens, just like on a slip joint. And then it drops in and locks. And you have this little space right here where it's metal on metal, and it is, you can hear that, just snapping into place right there. Now, Colin, on the end of this, Colin has designed and placed a ceramic ball there, which in this case, I said you heard metal on metal. You don't hear a metal on metal in this case. What is happening here is it's riding on that ball right at the end there. And again, I'm probably butchering this, but it allows it to run much smoother. When I think of lockbacks, I think of ones like the Buck 110. Man, I got a bunch of bucks laying here. And what you end up with is you kind of end up with, in this case, you got this kind of squishy area here. And then as it gets closer, it gets really tight. And you have, again, your spring's opening up. And it's not really smooth. And you have a very hard pull. And then the same thing when you're unlocking, tight and then nice and squishy back here, blah, blah, blah. And, you end up with knives like this, and, you try in the Buck Bantam. If I really risk this, I can open it. See, I can't. Okay, if I really risk this guy, I can open it with the thumb stud. But it's tough, and it might even bounce back. And then, you've got other ones which are a little bit smoother here. I still can't. This is the Spitfire. I can with wrist. I can get it. But it's not smooth. And then Buck even can't, I can't even remember what the name of this silly knife is and why I still have it. But they kind of came up with this goofy thing where you got almost like a detent holding it in, and then it actually goes completely dead in this period here. But then now you have the spring, and it re-engages the spring, and it's pushing against that spring. So if you do try to flick this open, what happens is, and I'm not going to do it because I don't want to lose my finger, it gets that soft part, and you push out, and you don't have any friction anymore. And now it wants to bounce back and cut your finger off. So lockbacks have always been sort of a work in progress when getting to the fidget. But you can see this guy has fantastic opening action. And that's got to be due to that ball and the smoothness of how this is done. I think it might actually, I'm not sure if it's running on washers or what, but it's very smooth. And you can see it just fires open, just fires. So you've now taken what was not fidgety. Now on the close, it's a little bit different. I mean, you still have to help it home. And you got that, it sucks it down into the lock there, into the spring there, and that's fine. But at least on the open, you can just fire this guy. Well, see, I screw it up right when I'm saying it. You can fire this guy out real easily, and it's really nice. Now, I've said enough about that, and I've taken, 5 minutes to get to this point. But just a beautiful knife. You have milling lines here that run through the titanium and into the handle material. Chamfered, contoured, reversible clip. No filler tab there, but the screws are down in there. Very nice clip. Good retention. You got a little bit sticking out of your pocket. You got about that much sticking out. But again, this thing is incredibly, we'll go over the specs in a minute, incredibly lightweight and thin. It is very thin. Let's see, what do I have here? Well, here, let's just do this because this will be funny. There's your Buck 110, considerably thicker. Here is your Ontario Rat 1. Come on. Come on. Seriously, there we go. Considerably thicker. Very, very cool. It's just a really nice knife. You got the bolster up here in this gray titanium. You got this beautiful pivot with the blue collar. Woo! And a blue collar over here with a really nice looking pivot. It's just all finished smoothly and nice. The back spring is done really well, and it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful knife. Now, it is smaller for me, but I can get 4 fingers back here. And guys, to me, this feels wonderful in the hand. Again, as always, you do feel that pocket clip a little bit. I don't consider it to be a hot spot for me. Feels really nice. You can choke up here, but please make sure you stay back. You don't have any jimping, but in my opinion, you don't need it because you just got a nice resting spot right there, kind of chamfered off on the edges. Really, really nice. Now, these are made by Bestech in China, so you have, and they are put out by Bestech, so you have the Bestech logo and the CM Knife Design logo. These are in M390, and you have really nice thumb studs. It's just a beautifully, beautiful knife. And guys, now, a lot of people have talked to me. I love that knife. I like the looks of it, but it's too expensive. Again, they're $289, and they are available. This one is actually $306. And then there's a natural micarta for $289. There is a green micarta for $289. And there's a black micarta for $289. These are available at Blade HQ. I have an affiliate link down in the description. Helps the channel. Doesn't help you, but it does help the channel. So if you're considering getting one, please use that. Now, I personally, with the fit and finish on these and the way they're done, and the extra tweak of the special design there, I don't find this to be overpriced. And I'm sure, I know Colin, he's a reasonable, I mean, obviously these are put out by Bestech. I keep forgetting that. But, you know, I'm sure he's not charging them, you know, way too much for these. And this is just the price that they feel they need to get out of this Bestech. So, you know, it's not cheap, but their OEM work isn't cheap. Nothing else, and it's done really well, and it's a beautiful, beautiful knife. Now, as far as specs, this guy has an overall length of 6.89, 2.89-inch blade length, so that'll also help, again, for you international folks that don't, you know, well, you're not allowed to have locking knives, Casey, so what are you talking about? So, yeah, that won't help, but for those of you that need a less than 3-inch blade, 2.89, the cutting edge 2.75, 0.11 on the nice thin blade. Again, it's a sheep's foot. The handle length is 4 inches, 2.88 ounces. Very, very light. Tip up carry and both sides. Really nice. Now, does it cut? Absolutely. Again, you got a nice tip that you can pierce with. I like that. But it's also, as you can see, a nice cutter as well. Again, like a lot of the knives I get from Kevin, this one has been used, but it is still plenty sharp, as you can see there. And cardboard's tough on edges, so here I am probably making it worse. But really, really cool knife. Did I do? No, I didn't do the comparison. So let's do that. Here is your Ontario Rat 1. And your Ontario Rat 2. Now the Rat 2, whoa, the Rat 2, man, I am fumble fingers. Look at that. The Rat 2 is a very similar size. The Rat 1 is considerably larger, as you can see there. These are, to me, this is a knife that I'm considering getting. I'm not in a position to do so right now. Got too much going on with the channel and everything else. But this is a fantastic knife that I will be looking to check into because it is really, really nicely done. So what do you guys think of this one? Does this interest you? To me, it's a very modern, nice take on a lockback, and it is very elegant gentleman's knife. Love it, love it, love it. So let me know what you guys think. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and thank you so much for watching the Knives Fast channel.